Namaskar, myself Deepa Joshi. So today I'm going to present a topic called Nritya and Shastra interwoven and untangled. Before starting, I would like to thank my Tahi, my Guru, Nritya Lankar, Mrs. Shraddha Bhide, and Mrs. Sheetal Kapule Tai, the founder of the Lehja Art Foundation, for giving me this opportunity. So I will start with a small example of how Shastra and Nritya are interrelated. When we are learning how to ride a cycle, we fall. We get bruised. Our parents they instruct us to look straight. Don't wobble the handles, maintain your balance, right? With the help of these instructions, we keep on practicing and eventually we learn how to ride a cycle. Now in this example, the parents' instructions they act as the theory and us learning how to ride a cycle with the help of these instructions is nothing but practice. So I think this is the best example of how theory and practice go hand in hand, as we all must have experienced it in our life. So moving on to Indian classical dances. Indian classical dances are an integral part of our Indian culture. They are traditional arts and living arts. Any tradition exists as long as it is passed down from generation to generation, right? Some traditions are passed down. Some traditions are passed down orally, some are written, and some exist in practice. Shastra is a Sanskrit term that means precept, rules, instructions, book, or a treatise. Theory, that is Shastra; knowledge, that is Vidya; technique, that is Tantra. All three are the foundational element of any art form, any classical art form. So without Shastra or without theory, we cannot call an art form or we cannot define an art form as a classical art form. Hence, Shastra is important. Now we understood that it is important, that it is one of the three elements necessary to call an art form classical art form. But why is it necessary? Why? How do we use it, and why do we need it in dance? So dance is a language. We communicate through our movements, right? We communicate our emotions. Likewise, in any language, we communicate verbally. So we learn grammar in languages as it is a need of that language. So with grammar, we learn how to form sentences, how to communicate well, right? Likewise, in dance, grammar is nothing but the theoretical aspects, and we learn from this grammar, from this theory, how to communicate our feelings on stage or communicate our feelings through dance. Hence, it is necessary. Shastra is necessary in dance. Indian classical dances, they find their roots and draw their vocabulary from various texts and treatises. Natya Shastra is an important text for any Indian classical dancer, as it is the first text that deal with drama, dance, music. It is written by sage Bharat Muni. It is also considered as the fifth Ved, that is Natya Ved. It consists of 36 chapters and a cumulative total of 6,000 poetic verses. Bharat Muni in his Natya Shastra has explained various topics like Natya Utpatti, Rangamancha, Puja of the Rangamancha for performing arts. He has defined, he has explained Angik Abhinay in detail with the help of Shirobheds, Griva Bheds, Hastamudras, Karnas, Angaharas. Let's take an example. So we do this one position step in Kathak, tak, tak. To just do this one basic step, we use several parts of our bodies, right? I'm using my hands. At the same time, I'm using my head, neck. They're moving from right to left. So the movement of my head is called as Pravritta Shira. The movement of my neck from right to left is Vivritta Griva. The position of my eyes, eyebrows, and my chest is called as Samadrishti, Samabhrukuti, Samavaksha, respectively. My hands are in a Asayukta Hasta Mudra, that is Arala. So all these positions, movements, mudras are mentioned in the Natya Shastra by Bharat Muni. So it is impossible to tell what existed first, Nritya or Shastra. So they both are inseparable, they both complement each other, right? So over the period of time, various ancient texts were developed like Abhinay Darpan, Sangeet Ratnakar, Dasharupa, etc. So theory and practice, they both play a major role in the training of an Indian classical dancer, right? So Acharya Nandikeshwar in his Abhinay Darpan has mentioned that it is important for any Indian classical dancer to study this text thoroughly through or with the help of his guru or teacher, to make his training more relevant. So to make your training relevant, it is important. The study of these texts, the study of theory is important, right? So let's see how Shastra is a core aspect in Kathak Nritya. How it works, how is it important in our Kathak Nritya? So in Kathak Nritya, we majorly use Nrita and Nritya aspect of dance, right? So in the Nrita aspect of Kathak, various rhythmic patterns, cycles, structures, they come together to form a composition or base of a tal. Kathak is one of a few Indian classical dances which gives importance to the performance of a tal. So any composition of a tal is not, it is bound by or it is based on the rules of the theory. So complex jatis, adi, biadi, kuadis, pawnis, kamalis, farmaishis, all are nothing but applied mathematics. Therefore, the study of the theory is important to understand how to compose these bandishes, how to understand the math behind these compositions, right? And the structure, the protocol, the order of the Nrityanga, the compositions in the Nrityanga, and the overall presentation is again based on the rules of the theory. So, as Shastra helps lay a framework, base for Nritya aspect of Kathak, likewise, it also lays a base ground for Nritya or Abhinay aspect of Kathak. So, you all must have heard a phrase called Katha Kahe, so Kathak Kahave. Kathak is a dance of storytelling. So in Kathak, we focus on depicting and performing various stories, right? In Garbhas, we present various stories like Kalya-daman, Govardhan Leela, Sita Haran, Draupadi Vastra Haran, and Jatayu Moksha. All these stories are from epics and various texts like Ramayana, Mahabharata, and there are many more texts. The study of these texts is important to understand the intricacies of the character, small parts, aspects of the stories, so we can include that in our performance to enhance our performance, to even communicate it better, right? The study of these texts will open up a treasure chest for us dancers, the treasure chest of content for us dancers. Hence, the study of theory is very important in Nritya and Nritya aspect of dance. So, I would like to conclude by saying Shastra is an element which makes Indian classical dance unique and exceptional. Without understanding the theory, one will not be able to understand or measure, distinguish the magnitude of our art form. With both Shastra and Nritya interlinked and working together in unity, will bring life to the stage of dance. Thank you.